I punched this time instead of clap.
If you're watching and not just listening, Jen did a Rocky punch for emphasis.
On the beat.
That was good.
To the beat.
Good morning, afternoon, and evening. It is Curt and Jen. We are here with our podcast. Thank you so much for listening, viewing, checking us out, and please take the time to like us. We just want you to like it.
And we're glad you're here.
Absolutely.
Seriously, we love to be able to
it.
keep you some company on this as we kick off the week of October 7th.
It's Monday, so you made it through the weekend, back to the work week. We've got a bunch of stuff for you today.
So many things, all the things. That's what we say. We cover all the things.
We've got a state in the country that just banned sell-by dates on food.
I'm excited about this. I don't know about you, Curt, but I like this a lot.
It sounds like a bad idea. I'm sorry.
You do? Well,
Getting
it's
rid of
not.
sell-by dates?
I have
Okay.
more details
All
for
right.
you. You won't think it's bad.
Beer cans is modern art? Expensive modern art?
Yep.
All right. How about how much does the American dream really cost?
This is not so exciting.
This is like your
This
entire
is
life.
not good news. I'm sorry. We tried to deliver good news. I feel like, meh.
It's okay news.
All right.
For a few people. Also, you chimed in your answers over the weekend. You gave us your answers. We asked, what are you counting down to as we get into fall, right?
Yeah.
What are you counting down to? For
I'm
the rest of the
excited
year?
about this part. What would your Google search be for, is it weird to fill in the blank?
We have some examples of the most popular. Is it weird to... da-da-da-da-da?
These are...
Yeah. We don't have your answers yet. We're going to get those.
I want people's answers.
We're going to get the answers.
It means you might have to be a little vulnerable. Like, what are
Yeah.
you Googling?
Is it weird to only pick up dog poop in your backyard once every 3 months?
Is it weird if I...
Yeah.
Is it weird?
This could get weird.
I know, and I can't wait.
Love it. Okay. So, it was the weekend. It was the weekend it was. And we had a Seahawks game yesterday.
Hawks!
I know, that was a delay.
I can't because I was like, what?
I know, it was not great. So, Seahawks were playing the
Giants.
Giants. Now, going into the game, Giants are 1-3. Hawks are 3-1. You think, okay, we got this.
No problem.
It doesn't work out that way sometimes. We lost 29-20. And honestly, it should have been way worse than that.
Oh, it should have been?
Well,
I did not watch.
The first touchdown we got should have been a Giants touchdown, but they fumbled it, and we ran it back all the way for a touchdown. So great, we got to 7 points, but we played really poorly.
We just look bad?
Yeah.
Why? What's going on?
Because you can't win them all. But you should look better in your losses.
Well, when you're paid that much, you should win them all.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow. So every team should win every game.
Well, the Huskies beat Michigan
Yay, that was good.
27-17. Go Dogs.
My brother-in-law and my sister are both big Michigan fans. I don't even know why.
Well,
But they,
the Huskies beat them.
That's
Purple
right.
overtook the blue.
So Mike, Terry,
Woo-hoo.
that's the way it goes. And also their Bengals lost yesterday too, so they're moping around.
And the Sounders scored one goal.
Mm-hmm.
Goal, which is enough to win against Colorado. Yay,
Do the
Sounders.
poll again.
Goal! It's kind of like my moo.
Equally impressive.
Speaking of which, we were driving to the Gorge on Saturday to go see Luke Combs.
Right.
And we were driving by some cows, and Anthony, Pat's oldest son, was in the car, and he's just like, "Hey, Jen, moo." And I'm like, "You moo." Anthony's like, "Moo." Like, try to do it like an actual, like, moo.
Right.
But so quiet. And Pat turns to him and says, "That's not right. You really got to give it your all, Anthony." And that's true. If you want the cows to look back and acknowledge you, you have to give your moo your all.
That's right. They're not going to look at you for some half-assed.
No, it's not. Okay.
Right.
Tell me how that thing you did, the charity event you did.
Oh,
went.
we did a fundraiser for Monroe Rotary on Saturday night. I was emceeing that, and it went great. They raised a lot more money than they ever had before.
Because they hired your company to do it. I'm just saying, Curt.
All right, thank you.
That was the difference.
You know what? I will say that there is a difference if you bring in professionals. People are like, well, it costs this much money. It's like all it takes if you have a professional auctioneer or MC or whatever. You get one item, you bid it up a couple more $100, you've paid for your person. And yeah, so often people do leave money on the table, as they say.
If you don't hire the professionals like Curt
It went
Cruz.
well. Now, I also found out that I got a note today. It went in my junk mail. I don't even know why I opened it up, from Dropbox. And it said, and at first I thought this was a scam,
But you still opened it?
No, I read it.
Okay.
I didn't open anything. It said, we hope you're enjoying, your year-long subscription to Dropbox Professional. And it's coming to an end. And if you want to re-up, well, I don't have to do anything to redo it. Of course, if I want to cancel it, I have to go in. I was like, I didn't know that I had Dropbox Professional. When did this happen? So I go in there and look, and it's like $200 a year.
Have you been paying that?
Well, one time, I guess. I got to go back through my credit cards and see what happened, because it's one of those things where I can think back to it. Somebody's like, well, open it in Dropbox. It's free. So I had to get my Dropbox account or whatever. But it turns out that after 30 days, guess what?
I feel like that we're on this commercial. You know that commercial, that Rocket commercial where they have you download Rocket?
Yes.
And it tells you all the subscriptions that you don't even know about?
I had no idea. So I
you need
doubt
Rocket.
at this point.
They aren't even paying us, but I'm telling you, you need Rocket.
I haven't even used it once in a year. That's the thing. I want to say, listen, I appreciate that this automatically started for me, but I don't need Dropbox Professional. Anyway, so I got to pay for that. And I got to find out how to cancel it, which is always a difficult thing.
Yeah, you don't have to pay for it. You need to cancel it.
Right. And let me see. What about, do you want to talk more about Luke Combs, by the way?
I do. So here's what I want to talk about first.
Please.
On Friday, and you and I talked a little bit about this. I went to our friend Charlie's celebration of life.
I could not make that, but
I think that Charlie was smiling down from heaven on us, because there was so much joy in the room of people like that haven't seen each other in so long. It was like a radio reunion. So many people there, standing room only, which was, right? Like that made my heart so happy.
Charlie passed about 3 months ago
of brain cancer,
and he was with Star 101.5 as long as I was there. So 20 years.
I've worked with Charlie for a long time.
He started out and a salesperson, became the sales manager and general sales manager, and worked his way up. And just the kind of guy that as soon as you walk in the room, or kind of person, I should say, you're like, oh, this is going to be great.
You're smiling. And that was the common theme when people went up to tell stories about Charlie, about what an impact he had on people's careers or their direction in life, and how he made them smile and laugh. Like Charlie was always good for a smile and a laugh. And when he needed to be serious, he was serious too, but in such a positive way. And I said this before when he died, but it's an inspiration to live my life better than I'm living it now.
So Charlie would be a good inspiration for anybody. So he's missed.
Make an impact where you can.
And a great family too.
Such great family. Oh, of course. Okay, yeah. One of his girls got up and spoke, and I'm like, oh man.
Were there tears?
I mean, only ones of joy, because she said the same thing about her dad, right? Like he was always there. Like when something was serious, her story was, he would say, here's how if you have a serious conversation you need to have with someone, here's how you start it. Hey bitches, this is what It was just really great. It was a really great event, great celebration of life. Great to see some of the people I haven't seen forever. Okay, and now on to Luke Combs. Saw him at the Gorge. He had a show on Friday night, had a show on Saturday night. I went to the show on Saturday night. And my daughter Macy went with me, and so did Pat and some of his family. Well, I should say our family. Macy's joyfulness, I was captured in a picture. I just need to post it. It was so good. Curt,
awesome.
Let me just tell you, when you go to a concert, and you know this, if they can sound better than they do on the radio or on their album, that is talent. And that is what it was. And I don't even know how the Gorge does it. Their sound is amazing.
Yeah, it's a phenomenon. I say that, and you remember, I've never seen a show there. Stop it. You did that face before.
I forget.
You said, shut your face, Curt Cruz. But I've not gone yet, so I will.
If you have not gone to a show at the Gorge, we live in a state where it has one of those most beautiful venues for music.
You think of Red Rocks in Colorado as legendary, so it's up there with that.
The Gorge is legendary.
Understand, so I will go.
Okay, yes.
But speaking of those concert faces, when your other daughter, Riley, and Dana and myself were at Green Day, she was just soaking it in. It's so cool to see.
They love live music. My girls love live music, and they love live performances, and that makes me happy. I think there's some joy that's out there through live.
Live music is awesome.
Yeah.
Music is life.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Are we moving on?
Well, what did you went to Home Goods? Wait, no, we're not moving on, because I just see on our notes that you went to Home Goods in Woodinville.
That is moving on.
Yes.
Home Goods in Woodinville. Here's the story. It doesn't have anything to do with Home Goods. Yesterday, you saw when you came in today, Dana said, I want to go out and get some holiday decor stuff for autumn and maybe Halloween. We got a ton of Halloween stuff. We don't have that much autumn stuff.
Okay. Yes.
So we're going, she's like, well, I want to go to Home Goods. And then we debated, well, if you go to the Home Goods in Linwood, Curt, you can go next door to Guitar Center. It's like, well, the Guitar Center doesn't open until later, so let's go to Woodville. Right, there we are. That's already a boring story. Sorry. Here's the deal. This has nothing to do with Home Goods. I'm going to say this. If you go out in public and you are wearing some kind of apparel that has your favorite team on it, whoever it is, be prepared if somebody says, go team. There was a person in Home Goods, a guy. He already looked lost, by the way. I think he was probably there with his family. Didn't know what to do.
I have to be assuming that you're wearing a Kraken jersey.
I wasn't wearing it. He was wearing a Kraken jersey, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, go Kraken. And he like, oh, huh? And I was like, dude, you're wearing the Kraken. Oh, okay. You know, so I'm like.
You scared someone.
I didn't get in his face. I was just like, hey, man, go Kraken. He's like, wah! You know, it was a bit of an overreaction, in my opinion. Yes, you may forget you have the shirt on, but I'm just saying, be prepared. There are other fans that want to get with you and go Kraken. And if you're listening, sir, I did not mean to startle you or almost give you a heart attack.
Okay, well, hopefully he's listening.
I didn't think it was like an aggressive thing. It was like, hey, go Kraken. Ah!
What's the deal with hurricanes?
Well, I just wanted to point that out for people that may wonder. There's another one coming, by the way.
There is?
Yeah. So actually, the last one that went through and just did all that damage.
Helene or something?
Yeah. So that's an H name, right? Helene.
H-I. Now it's I.
No, it's on the M.
Oh. Wait, what?
H-I-J-K-L? M. Those have all happened.
Those? Oh, they have I-J-K-L.
They also named the tropical storms, I think. So it may pop up in the Pacific or the Atlantic, rather. Oh, that's the next one, and it goes away.
What's this next one called then?
Milton. I know, not threatening at all, right?
Milton.
Oh,
hey, Milton's
you know
coming.
What? It is threatening.
Watch out.
It's just as dangerous as the other ones. It will be embarrassing.
Who names these people or these
I don't know.
storms?
Noah, maybe? I'm not sure. But anyway, fun. This next one is going to hit, and they give a very wide range from Key West to the Florida Panhandle, which is basically the entire state, right? It's supposed to hit either tomorrow or Wednesday. The eye of the storm is hitting Wednesday, so I'll keep you updated on what's going on. You know, but if you have friends that live in states where tornadoes or hurricanes are common, this becomes pretty much like okay, well, the storm's coming, blah, 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 which unfortunately is what leaves some people to not take it seriously and not evacuate when they should. Because you never know what's going to happen. Yeah. Anyway, Milton is on its way. And my family says it's going to go past us. We'll be fine. So
okay, good.
That's good news.
I hope everybody stays safe. Just a couple more things I did over the weekend. Baby shower for Anthony and Sierra. Those are Pat's oldest son and his daughter-in-law. They're in single-digit number of weeks left before they have the baby.
Awesome.
And Anthony's face as they were opening all these gifts, and they had a hole. They had so many things. Mm-hmm. It was like he doesn't even know what he's in for. He does not even know. And then we celebrated our friend Randy. His birthday's today.
That's right. Happy birthday, Randy.
Yesterday we went to dinner in an escape room. We went to Conundrum and did I forget what it was called, but it was their speakeasy escape room.
Oh, neat.
We got out of the speakeasy. It was so fun.
Obviously, you're here.
I know.
Just saying. Yeah. If you were concerned that Jen didn't make it out.
It was really fun.
She's right here.
It was a really good time.
I wanted to share with you about trivia tomorrow. You know that we love doing trivia at Sean O'Donnell's.
Yeah.
Are you free tomorrow night or not?
I am not.
Oh, that's too bad because I'm filling in for Sean. See?
Shut up, Curt! You are! Dang it!
So yeah, if you come to trivia at Sean O'Donnell's tomorrow night, Sean, he texted on Saturday, hey, can you fill in for me? And it's like, sure. So yeah, way to go.
I'm so excited for you. I can't. These are plans that have been changed so many times.
Well, then what's one more change?
Oh my gosh, Curt.
There's the deal. So yeah, I mean, I've done trivia before, trivia night. So.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so it'll
you
be fun.
You guys go to trivia night at Sean O'Donnell's in Everett. It starts at 7:30.
What about the rest of the crew? Our what are we called? Oh, Whiskey Business.
I'll see. Well, I'll rally them.
Okay,
even if I won't be there, I'm going to rally them for sure.
Yeah, that'll be fun. So looking forward to it. Thanks, Sean, for the opportunity.
Although one of our team members will be missing, a very key part of our team, you.
You're right. I can't play and also give the... that's a surefire win.
That's right.
A surefire win if I have the questions and the answers.
That's exciting. Congratulations on that. Okay. Right. California just became the first state to ban sell-by dates.
Now, you got to tell me about this because to me that sounds like a bad thing.
Well, I think that there's a lot of confusion. Like, okay, it says sell-by, so as soon as that sell-by date has come, the public, thinks it's trash, like it's no good, but that's not true. that was designed for the grocery people to know when it's time to rotate their stock, but people are confused by it. It's different than best if used by and used by dates. Very different. So there's so much food that's being wasted because of the sell by date.
Got it. Because you know what? Yes, there are different ones, but I never paid attention to if it said sell by or best if used by. It's just there's the date. It says used by October 7th or whatever. It's like, okay, gone.
Well, use by might be the case where you want to throw it. Sell by is when you don't want to necessarily toss it out. So the law doesn't take effect until July 1st of 2026 because they got to phase it in, right? Because there's so much food out there that has those on there still. So the dates won't disappear entirely because they're still going to be they have to use best if used by to indicate peak quality or used by to designate food safety.
So those have to be on there in addition to a sell. They're getting rid of the sell by date.
They're getting rid of the sell by date.
So there'll still be some indicator as to.
Yeah, I like the idea of this because I think that there is a lot of confusion about it. And they just say there's important things to remember. Most expiration dates are just an educated guess by the manufacturer.
Oh, really?
Based on typical trends.
Okay.
But a lot of things can impact how long a product can last.
Mm-hmm.
Like how and where it's stored before it's purchased and after it's purchased. Sure. And they say just rely on your own sense of whether you think it's good or not.
That's growing up. I mean, maybe not for everybody, but for me, it's if we've talked about the moldy bread. Okay, if you see mold on the bread, that's
Toss
the sell by date, or that's the use by date. Get rid of it.
Get rid of it.
Yeah.
So I guess hot firefighter boyfriend's right after all. He always says, "It's fine, Jen. It's fine."
But then, but it's not fine forever.
Not forever. But I'll be like, this says it's supposed to be da. He's like, I know it's going to be, that one is going to be fine.
And you say, okay, well, when you get sick, don't come crying to me.
I do. I'm like, okay, steel gut. All right.
All right. So this is what you don't want to do when you're visiting a museum, okay?
What?
Well, you're looking around the museum, and this is actually, there was an employee
that did this.
Yeah, this is a museum in the Netherlands because, different people consider different things to be art.
Yeah.
And so he's the janitor guy or whatever.
The person that's cleaning stuff up.
So he threw out a couple of empty beer cans that were left behind by a person. Turns out that those empty beer cans were not left behind by a person. They were part of a priceless piece of modern art.
And how was one to know that?
Exactly. The hand-painted cans were made to look like two empty beer cans that someone left behind. That's what it was supposed to look like, which it did, evidently.
Mission accomplished.
So they were part of a larger collection of cans titled All the Good Times We Spent Together. That's the name of the art piece.
Nice.
So the museum's elevator is all glass, evidently, and a part of this is, again, poor guy, he's like, this just looks like trash. These two beer cans that were art were sitting on top of the glass ceiling of the elevator. So everything looks like somebody just left it there, right? So the elevator repairman, that's who it was.
Yeah, gets on top and says, we're getting rid of this. And plus, something on top of an elevator could compromise the elevator thing itself.
So apparently, the museum's curator saw that they were missing and the trash had not been sent to the dump yet. They were able to find the cans, clean them up. And so the priceless piece of art, I use that loosely.
I mean...
Yeah, he must have felt terrible. I would have felt stupid too, but it's like, hey, it looks like garbage. I would have
like you then put some kind of sign up that says that this is art.
Not garbage.
Yeah, not garbage.
Like garbage.
This is art, not garbage. Which in and of itself is a little like...
weird.
Right. Does the American dream really cost, brace yourself, $4.4 million?
Now, when I first saw this and I saw that number, I jumped to, okay, so... they say you have to have $4.4 million to retire.
That's what I think. Is that not it?
That's not what it is at all.
Tell me more, because I just read the headline. I'm like, well, we got to talk about this.
Through your entire life, they're saying you need to earn from 18 to 65, the ages that they're using. You need to earn more than $4.4 million in your life to achieve the American dream. So it says if you work from 18 until 65.
Okay.
To have $4.4 million in that time period, that's an average of around $100,000 a year. I don't know about you.
Come on. I mean, there are so many people that don't make $100,000 a year.
Right.
And you figure when you're 18, there's no way you're making $100,000 a year.
Well, they're saying that this is achievable for couples with two incomes. And even then, that might be pushing it. I mean, here, this is...
You better get JOBs, Curt.
You got to get JOBs besides this?
Yeah.
High pay and
This is not
job
paying at all.
Now it depends on what your definition of the American dream is, though. I guess so. It's they're saying here, and this is from Investopedia. They came up with this.
Okay.
They're saying the 8 things they factored in to the $4.4 million to achieve the American dream. Now this says this is to allow for $1.6 million saved to retire comfortably.
Okay.
1.6
you
million
have
right
to
there.
have that much saved. Okay.
Owning a home would cost $930,000 over the course of your life.
So is that saying that if you should, by the time you retire, you should have a home that's
Paid off,
that
evidently.
much?
Yes, that's part of this
That's
4.4
paid
million.
off.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm doing the math in my head.
Okay.
Raising 2 kids apparently costs $832,000
Okay.
a year. No. New cars, $811,000 over the time, right? Vacations, $179,000. A big wedding, going back to that, $44,000. That's a lot of money for a wedding. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is.
Having pets will cost you $37,000 from the age 18 to 65. And paying for your own funeral, they threw in $8,500.
So is this just stuff that so this is stuff you pay for throughout your life, and this helps to contribute you living the American dream?
Evidently.
Okay.
If it sounds excessive, last year the study was done. It was more modest. It only looked at what you need to live comfortably, and that number was only $3.4 million.
So it went up another $1 million in 1 year.
To live super comfortably. I guess the American dream is different than living comfortably, is what they're saying.
Okay.
You don't like it?
I don't like it. I feel a little like, ooh, I better get my financial.
You and me
order.
both, and probably everybody. What do you?
But we want you to know. This is so you know.
What are you counting down to? On Friday, and I apologize, we didn't put up a cute little video reminding you to do your homework.
I did one early this morning. I put up a little.
For what are you counting down to?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay. After you said, I can't come in till later because I was at Luke Combs the other night and I'm so tired.
It was a late. Yeah, we did not get home from Luke Combs until 4 a.m. on Sunday.
Party girl.
Well, it just took an hour to get out of the gorge parking, but that's a whole different story.
Oh, then you would have got home at 3. Come on, you're a party girl. Admit it.
A party girl, yeah.
We asked on Friday, what are you counting down to? You know, we're into the new season, a few days now, and that's what we wanted to know. We offered up, well, let's go to what we heard from people, all right?
Okay, do.
Jen, not you, a different Jen, said, I'm counting down to retirement, right? Okay, that makes sense.
Yep.
Flannery's, I'm counting down to vacation, the rock boat. She's going on the rock boat for vacation.
That's something that she does almost every year.
Your friend Jeanette, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Counting down to my kids coming home from college for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's a good countdown.
Nice. How about Carrie? Counting down to the days getting longer again.
I like it. I'm trying to keep going, Curt, because I'm trying to find
Robin, and this was actually should be a popular answer. Robin is looking forward to and counting down to the election and also retirement.
Yes.
Maybe the election outcome will affect the retirement. I don't know.
Oh, well.
That's why she put it in that order.
Well, could, as we all know.
Heather is counting down the days to summer.
Yes.
And yet another Jan, Jan. Jan said, I'm counting down to, again, the day after the election. That's what we got. So
I have a couple more. Are you ready for them?
Please.
I have. Okay.
Please.
Hold on. Lily is counting down to next Friday night's happy hour so she can see some of her favorite people.
That's an awesome one, Lily.
Jenny is counting down to her 1-year anniversary of dating her boyfriend. That's next month. Congratulations, Jenny. Woo-hoo. We've met Jenny and her boyfriend, by the way. Danielle is counting down to her first grandchild's arrival at the end of the month. And there was one more that I wanted to find. What's yours, Curt? What are you counting down to?
Well, tomorrow night is the first Kraken home game. That's only a 1 day.
But you've been counting down for that since the end of last season.
And then I think I mentioned we're going to try to do Thanksgiving with my family in Florida, or what's left of Florida, this Thanksgiving. So I'm counting. Was that bad? What's left of Florida?
Well,
it'll be fine.
It's
been there a long time. It'll be there for a long time longer. Yeah. What are you counting down to?
Well, let me say, Randy is counting down to his birthday, which is today. Happy birthday, Randy.
Look, he's really glomming on the show, by the way.
He really is.
And we cooked the bait both times.
We did. Laurel is counting down to her daughter and her husband and 2 boys coming to visit them from Indiana. That's for this week, so that's countdown's expiring.
Okay.
And I'm looking forward to, I'm counting down to the holidays.
Nice.
And Pat and I will have dated for 2 years on December. Oh,
I don't know.
In December.
You must be happy because you're bouncing.
December 19th.
We bounce sometimes.
We do bounce.
And, Pat, your boyfriend says he's looking forward to the arrival of his granddaughter, which he said is now in weeks, like single-digit weeks, right?
Yep.
and also retirement him as well. Very good. You know what? This is still up and posted, so if you want to give us yours as well. What are you counting down to? We'd be happy to hear even some more, right?
Ways to make your bedroom feel like a hotel room. That didn't even flow right.
You know what doesn't translate on the air was the eye roll and the head shake I just did. I wish that there was a way to...
know.
Okay, so this is all about you because I'm like, why do I want my bedroom to be more like a hotel room? I like my bedroom the way it is. It's the only place I want to be.
Is it like it is?
I prove that every day.
By sleeping lots.
Just stay here as long as TV's on.
Do you feel like your bedroom is like a hotel room though?
No, not really. So explain here. So the deal is 4 ways to make your bedroom look more like or be more like a hotel room.
Okay, yeah. So would you be starting the week with more pep in your step if you had a bedroom that was set up like a hotel room? And a poll found that over 7 out of 10 people sleep better in hotels. So lifehacker.com put this list together.
Please.
The first one is pricey. Upgrade your bedding. Even the mid-tier hotels have high-end mattresses, the pillows, sheets, duvets, all high quality.
Right.
Lots of hotels sell their stuff online now. You know, remember when that Heavenly bed came out from the Westin?
Wow.
They sold the whole thing. You buy the Heavenly bed. Here is a package for you.
Wow.
It was a lot of US dollars that many couldn't afford, but you could have it.
Okay. How else do you make your bedroom more like a hotel room?
Make it darker. Even if you turn on every light in the hotel room, they're still pretty dark. So, and that they said that's a sleep hack too. Keep your room dark. Cool down the room. That's idea number 3.
Let me jump in here really quickly because this says the ideal temperature for sleep is cooler than you think, around 65 degrees. My wife, Dana, bless her heart. Sometimes in the winter, she'll sneak because this is one of the things where she say, well, it's good for you. It's better for your sleep. It's like, I don't care. I do like being snug and but in the wintertime, if you turn off the heat, you wake up, the house is 57 degrees.
Well, what if you close your door so the rest of the house can be warm, and then you open a window and so it cools out? Because they do say your body has to cool down.
There's a certain cutoff where I'm going to say, all right, 57 degrees is really, really cold, right?
Well,
or I should be getting unbelievable
She's
sleep.
saying it's 57 degrees.
No, she'll turn off it's February. Say it's January, February.
Yes.
We go to sleep. I think that everything's kosher.
Okay.
And then she's like, okay, well, I want it to be cooler in here, so I will turn off the heat. And overnight, because it's 29 degrees outside.
It's cold for the rest of the house for sure. And then I think it would take a lot of energy to reheat the house. So I think if you isolate just to the bedroom, would you be okay with it? The house heat
I'm already
stays on.
okay with it, just so you know, because I have no choice because it's my wife and she's always right. I don't disagree with the colder room being better. I'm just wondering, this says, I hope she's listening. 65 degrees is that.
65 degrees is the ideal temperature. That's okay.
Go ahead.
65 degrees is the ideal temperature and one reason why hotel rooms are cold. And the last thing, keep your bedroom clean. Jen Pirak.
And me.
And Curt.
Clutter. This says filth, which it's not filthy. We vacuum
It's cluttery.
Clean. But the clutter, it says, has a negative impact on your sleep. You wouldn't think so because guess what? Your eyes are closed. But this, is it a subliminal thing or just, I don't know.
I think it's when you walk into your room. Your room should be your oasis, your mecca. It should be everything that you want it to be. And clutter probably isn't it. I mean, they even say when you're in a cluttery space, you get there's anxiety that happens. So
right. Well, this is a cluttery space. Are you anxious?
Am I bouncing all around all the time? Yeah.
Well, you bounce when you talk about your boyfriend too. So, all right. Okay. So there you go. I would say, you know what I would add to this? I would be 4 ways to make your bedroom more like a hotel. I would say somebody come in and change the sheets every single day.
That's what Pat said. How about a maid? Getting a maid would make
awesome.
A house or a housekeeper is what it would be. I say, if you want to make it more like a hotel room, have more sex.
I'm going to push this button.
That's a thing.
I know it's a thing.
Oh, so thing.
I know it's a thing.
Okay.
I'm not arguing. It's a thing.
So if you want to make it more like a hotel room, then there's that.
How about this? Maybe this applies.
We haven't made it weird enough already. Google's top is it weird searches.
Google released. They said, hey, you know what? Over the course of the year, 2024, which is not quite over yet, but here's what we think are the most, I don't want to say popular, the most unusual searches. People said, hey, this is the most popular, the top ones.
Yeah.
You type in, is it weird to blank, 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 or is it weird if whatever? So they have compiled this list of their top, is it weird searches for 2024, starting with, is it weird to go to a bar alone?
Plenty of people do it.
I would say no.
Not weird to go to a bar alone.
And we're not here to answer these, but I would say that's
this is what. Yeah, this is the Google search.
But that's kind of sad because
Google search.
that's a person saying, I don't want to go to a bar alone.
Well, I mean, it can be. Here's the other thing. That could be a safety thing. It could be a
good point.
Like there's so many things that go into that, and that is a little intimidating to walk into a bar alone. I would, but
the second one, most Googled, is it weird search was, is it weird to talk to yourself? And they have an answer here. It depends. If it's in public at full volume,
yes,
probably a little weird. All right.
I talk to myself all the time.
Why not?
I need it to be better, more positive self-talk than negative self-talk.
But you do such a good job at positivity anyway.
I do, but sometimes I'm really hard on myself.
Well, stop that.
I'm trying.
Okay.
I'm trying.
All right.
Is it weird to go to a concert alone?
I'm going to say no, just because my concert partner is my wife, obviously.
Yeah.
And I do much prefer to go to a show with her than by myself. However, I know she's not going to get a kick out of going and seeing, The Jam or Liz Phair.
So will you go alone?
I would, yeah. But you know what? This started a long time ago with marriage number one. We had an agreement. My wife, the only thing we agreed on was if I wanted to go. I went to Pearl Jam, and she did not want to be there. In fact, she was like, she started crying. She's like, I just don't really want to be here, and so we left.
Oh my goodness!
I had to go to Barbra Streisand, and I had to go to see what's her face, Bette Midler, because she wanted to go, and I was like, oh my god! So we agreed that it's okay, or if you want to go with your friends, rather, you would have more fun, say, going with your best friend to this than with me. So we kind of have that agreement, which is good. But
this is okay. Hold on, this is interesting. This whole list is about going somewhere alone. The top one was bar alone. Well, except for talk to yourself. That's the only other one. Look is it weird to go to a concert alone? Is it weird to go to the movies alone? Is it weird to eat at a restaurant alone? No, no on all of them.
Be your own best friend.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, it's okay to do all those things. Now, for me, I get way more joy. My energy comes from being around people and sharing the experiences. And my therapist even told me that, because I told her as I was going through my divorce, I guess I'll just go to Europe alone. Like, I really want to go to Europe. And I guess if I don't find anyone, I'll just go alone. And she's like, Jen, you will not be happy if you go to Europe alone, because you're the kind of person that likes to turn to people and say, and she nailed it. Oh my God, we're here. Like, this is so great. Like, she's like, that's where you get your joy. And she's right. Mm-hmm. So for me, I can do all those things alone.
And I think that your boyfriend is less like that. And I think that my wife is more like, I would do it alone. And I'm more like, I got to have people there, because I do want to share it.
But it's a good balance. It's a good balance.
Dana went to Ireland for 2 weeks by herself.
Yeah.
It was just after her husband passed away, so she didn't ready to go with. But it's I would be like, I don't want to have this feeling in all this stuff just to myself. I want to share this,
Yeah.
So but it's not weird, to go to the movies alone or to travel alone or eat at a restaurant alone.
Have you done any of those things alone? I have gone to a movie alone. I've ate at a restaurant alone.
I've gone to a concert alone.
I'm trying to think if I've gone to a bar alone.
I don't think I've gone to the movies alone. I always am able to find somebody else unusual like me to go to a movie.
I haven't gone to a concert alone. I definitely talk to myself.
Yeah, well, you got to talk to yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, me too.
Okay, so these are pretty tame. I want, like, what are you searching? If you were to put into Google, is it weird to tell us what you're searching? Is it weird to blank?
This is going to be.
Is it weird if I blank?
We may not be able to share all of these. All right, but feel free. We'll post that, and I guess we'll do a video too to remind you.
I'll do a video. I'll try.
Is it weird? ... Because what would I put? Like, is it weird to own 25 guitars? Is that yes or no?
No.
Okay, thank you.
It's not.
Okay.
And for
like
you,
collection.
For you, no. For me, it might be weird, because I don't even know how to play a musical instrument except for the recorder. I can play Mary Had a Little Lamb.
What do you collect?
Glassy babies.
Is it weird to have 200 glassy babies?
I don't have 200. I would like to, though.
That's the dream. So please, this is a way for you to say also what you're passionate about, I guess, in a backwards way.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because you are kind of making a confession. So if you say, is it weird to have 30 cats? Yeah.
Curt?
Okay.
Let's not be judgy.
To each their own.
Yes.
What would your Google search be for is it weird?
Thank you for letting us spend Monday with you and kick off your work week and your Yeah, even if it's not a work week for you, just a week. Thank you.
If you want to have some fun and some good food and drinks, we'll see you at Sean O'Donnell's tomorrow night. We'll remind you tomorrow during the show as well. Jen has to change some plans to be there, but that's okay.
I can't change my plan.
Is it with Pat, your boyfriend?
No, it's not even Pat. Pat works tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. Have a great day. Have a great week. We do this every weekday, so come back tomorrow. Make good choices, find joy, spread kindness.